Yes, I've been saying I'm going to be interviewing special guest Diana Drill, and she's here in the building with me right now. I want to give a huge welcome. She's a rising rapper singer who's been fully repping it for her city, Nottingham, and has already been co-signed by some of the biggest tastemakers in UK music like DJ Target and more. I've seen her drop single after single with effortless flows and natural energy. I'm just very excited to have her here today, and I can't wait to hear from her. First of all, thank you very much for coming down, and a massive congrats on your brand new release, Heartless, featuring The Landlord gigs. Talk to me about that. How did that come about?
It was mad still, because basically I'd just dropped Winning, and he reposted it, and then I was like, obviously keep trying to, this is like somebody that I really, really wanted to work with for a long time. So like I'm trying to keep it light, trying to not be too overexcited, secretly dying inside that he even reposted. So, and then like I was cheeky enough to ask, I was like, oh, I've got some other bits and bobs, let me send some over. So he was like, yeah man, here's my number. And then I was like, I was dubious, because I was like, is it him? Like, is it really? Like, and then he sent me a voice note or two back, and then I sent him the material over. He picked one, and then and that's how that happened. But it's just surreal, man, because like I never thought, I just never thought that like little old me from Notts managed to get that in the bag. So very, very grateful.
You're from Notts, but not little. You're making a lot of noise, and it's spreading, and you're working hard, and you're good. So it doesn't surprise me that he's jumped on a tune with you. But obviously, it's a true blessing. So I read online that actually he was one of your biggest inspirations. Yeah. So obviously to jump on did you ever even imagine he'd ever be on a tune with you?
Listen, never even thought I'd ever be a rapper. Never even thought I'd ever get in. Never even thought that like anybody would ever pick me up like that. I dropped one single and I was just blessed enough. I don't know what happened, because like I know a lot of people, they drop singles and then like it takes a good like year or two for seasoning and stuff like that before they get the signs and stuff, and just I don't know what happened. I dropped it and it went mad,
it was good.
Yeah. You know what? Big thanks to Kenny Allstar, because I think he was the first person to play me, and then obviously like Target picked me up, and then my management, so it was all good.
Oh, brilliant. Huge congrats, man. So for those who don't know, why did you actually call the track Heartless?
It was just more like, there's nothing too deep to it. It was what I decided, like it was in the hook, so I thought, Heartless then. Okay,
cool, fair enough. You're breaking the mold and stereotypes surrounding image for women in music by wearing a mask. So tell us a bit about that. Why do you wear it?
The main reason is for my privacy. Like I just want to be able to come home, like go to work, do my job, come home, leave all that separate at the door. Like I want my family and my friends to just feel like comfortable, and like they haven't got to be a certain type of way around me and stuff. So at least like they can relax. And then the other part to it is, it's just like, well, there's 3 parts. Second part is pure laziness. I don't do makeup. Honestly. Yeah. And then the third part, I really thought about it. I thought I'm gonna be a role model to, young girls out there as well, because obviously it's being a female in the rap game, like, and coming the way that I have, like, fully clothed and that. Like, I knew that it would be a bold statement. So I thought, how can this tie into like a potential fan base? And I thought, well, there's loads of young girls out there that probably are very self-conscious with their bodies, and that's not a bad thing. Like, some things are supposed to be for you. You haven't got to be out there like in crop tops and stuff like that. It's, like, praise to the women that do and can, that's good, but not everybody's that. So I wanted to give them a door, and I wanted to let them know that to get somewhere in life, you haven't got to bare yourself to that extent. Do you know what I mean? It should be your intellect, it should be in anything that you're like, in your artistry, like whether or even your career. Like, if you've got the brains for it, or you've got the source, like, use that rather than your body, because it shouldn't have to go that far.
That's true. And actually, I was gonna ask you whether you've been received well as a woman in rap, but do you think you have? And if so, do you think it's because you're just like careless about the image and you're more literally about the bars and the content?
I think the men, like, surprisingly have received me very, very well. Like, I was, being a woman, you're coming into this you're coming into this game and then like you're expecting everybody to be like warring out and everything, but I've got the landlord's approval, so like anybody else says it don't.
I hear you got a big cosign, but also you don't need anyone's approval regardless of any cosign. And actually, I noticed you said men have been receptive to you, which is interesting because it is a male-dominated field, but we're trying to change that. We're not trying to get the approval of men. We're trying to say, listen, we're on the same level.
I think it's sick that we've managed to do that. Like, I've managed to do that without having to bare myself. There's a lot of men that will rate other female artists, and that is nothing. Listen, it's great that they do what they do. Like, I'm all for uplifting and empowering women. It's just, it's like, it's nice to see it that I'm fully clothed and I still get good vibes from them, so I'm happy with that.
I get what you mean, and I see more and more things happening for you, really. So you're doing really well. Okay, now you've built a really good, talking about doing well, you've built a really good following independently. What tips would you give to like emerging artists?
I'm just the wrong person. I think I'm the wrong person to give tips because I didn't even know what I was doing. So like,
so what did you do?
Made an Instagram.
Okay, that's a good tip.
Make an Instagram. Put your music out. Like, even if you're not too sure about it, just do it, and you know, you never know. Like, I just think for mine, because it was only one single and it flew, do you know what I mean? I don't feel like I'm qualified to give that advice, but I'm an anomaly, really. But
you're not an anomaly. You're not. You've got your own style, your own presence, your own stance. You've got individuality. So there's a lot of things that you can share and say, just being true to yourself.
Do you know what? That's probably a better way to say it. Like, it is. It's just literally I just think, if anything, in the universe, to be fair though, manifest whatever you want to do. I think that's important. I started manifesting after my single, and a lot of things that I wanted to do, like including like people that I wanted following me back, little things like that, like my 10,000 followers, what timeline I wanted to do that in, getting verified and stuff like that. And you know, little things, little goals, manifest it, and it should all come, especially if like you do have to believe in yourself. It's very important to believe in your own source.
I love that. You said so many gems there. Diana Drill, she's telling you, believe in yourself, manifest, you know, have your own source, have your own individuality, and I totally agree with you, and it's definitely working for you, and you truly deserve it. Now I'm gonna be excited to see you perform live with gigs. So do you have any shows coming up?
Nothing confirmed just yet, but like I was saying in an earlier interview, like I want to do a homegrown like performance. It would be good, like if I could do that like in Knots, like Detonate or something like that. I want to make sure that like I'm on one of the big festivals in the coming year and a half. I'm not putting too much pressure on myself, but the main thing is I really want to get an EP sorted. Like, I've got the contents there, it's just getting it together, like, and just releasing it. So that's my main focus for like the rest of the year, to try and get that out.
Okay.
Just so there's more.
You just got to keep creating to keep up the buzz, keep up the energy right now as well. What was I gonna say to you? So there was another question I was gonna ask. Yeah, you being from Nottingham, like, do you find it's more challenging, or is it?
I don't like. As I said, I've been very, very lucky, so I can't. I feel like I'd be disrespectful to sort of comment and say like, oh, it's been hard, because for me it hasn't, but I know for a lot of people it is. It is hard to break out, like, and there are some very, very good artists in Nottingham.
Who you rating in Nottingham?
There's a girl on the come up, I really do rate her. Her name's Lejay. She's sick.
Oh, Lejay, come on, big up Lejay all day long.
Do you know what? And she's a beautiful individual, you know. She's a very clever girl, and like, she's gonna go far. She's doing all right, and she's got, you know, she's got the melodics and that. She'll do well.
She's very talented. I'm glad you picked a woman. From a woman, you know, it's nice to support each other. What else do you want to tell the fans listening, anyone listening? Go for it. Just keep following. There's gonna, like, I know that like I've come out of nowhere a little bit, but I've got big things to come, so just keep it locked. Make sure you check out my socials. You can find me everywhere. You can find me on Apple Music, you can find me on Spotify, you can find me on YouTube, and you can find me on my Instagram at Diana Drill. And just keep watching, and then you'll get to learn a bit more about me. Hopefully I'm gonna start dropping a few more like
be a bit like personal bits and bobs of information, because can't get a lot from a mask. So
yeah, it'll be good to get to know you more for sure. But thank you so much for coming down. Do check out Diana Drill's brand new track. Go and watch the video. It's out now and it's featuring the one and only Gigs. We're gonna play it right now. What are you saying, Diana? Do you want to say who produced it? You want to give a little shout out to your tune before we get into it?
Just shout out to J Cactus, shout out to Mazza as well for sorting everything all out, and shout out to the Gigs. Like, thank you so much, man.
And big up Diana Drill all day long. This is Diana Drill featuring Gigs, Heartless, here on Reprezent Radio.